Namaste and crystal blessings to my earthly, celestial, and elemental soul tribe in this realm and beyond. Nikki is wishing you all the highest vibration of love from her Nikki Anita Cosmic Creative, as we all cosmic beings. So, yeah, there's a lot of revelation that's going on, that we are going through this beautiful portal for this great shift in consciousness that's coming up during the winter solstice, 21st December, not far away now. And it'll be in stages. It's going to be individual. Everyone is going to experience it in their own way. And some astrologer like Pam Gregory, beautiful astrologer, and I love her energy. So she was saying, like, by 2024 we will probably be galactic being, as the energy is increasing gradually from this opening of this quantum leap during the solstice, and of course Saturn Jupiter conjunction at 0 degrees Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. So we're getting there. There's hope for all of us in this beautiful earth realm, Mama Gaia, our Pachamama. So this is the last 4 cards from the Pico card December 2020 from this beautiful Sacred Spirit deck by Anna Stark, and beautiful illustration by Louis Dyer. So let's look at the cards. So for those who chose cards 9 to 12, okay, this is the last 4 cards, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we'll go through it. So card number 9 is open intuition, seek clarification. And the number on the card, for numerological purpose, for those who are into numbers, it is card number 29. Sorry for the glare. You can see that. It's card 29. And for card 10, it's spiritual evolution. Set your heart free, card number 35. And card 11 is Kundalini rising, card number 22, powerful number. My birth date, 22nd. So ignite your passion for life, card number 22. And the last but not least, number 12, is Ascended Masters. Create open communication, card number 2. Card number, yeah. So let's go by the cards. As always, put it this way if I can display the cards. Okay, this is, as you can see, this is a incense holder. So I've improvised to make it a card holder, so it can take, like, most of the general size of oracle cards. You can fit 3 in it. So I've got another incense burner, the cones, and another one for the incense itself, sticks. So I'm using this for the cards. So you might be wondering, like, hey, that looks like an incense burner. Yes, it is. So card number 9, open intuition, seek clarification. I've got these cards a few times. If you have followed my channel this past few months, I've got this card a few times. So that is 29. So the light changes. So it's seek clarification, possible misinterpretation now. Intuition is the inner voice of the soul. So, opening your intuitive channels and trusting the messages that we receive can be challenging in the beginning. Not knowing how to interpret these vibes can lead to confusion. For are you really listening to it, or is it just your imagination? So, you are already intuitive. Okay, we are all born intuitive. It's a natural thing, it's an innate thing. We are all, clairvoyant and intuitive, but it all depends on the level of programming. The moment we came out of the birth canal, or those who went through C-section, whichever way you came to the earth, the first cry, it all started from there. We already carried the trauma, yes, because being a higher being, being its spiritual, crystalline, a very high vibrational soul spark, and getting into being born into the 3D matrix, with this mortal body is not easy. It is in itself a traumatic experience, the birth. So some are, blessed and gifted to be with, parents who practice this, always been spending time with nature and more organic, homeschooling and that kind of journey. But most of us, well, we've been indoctrinated, from schooling and stuff like that, our culture, the religion part, a lot of layers. So somehow we get disconnected with that innate pure gifts that we are all born with. So you are already intuitive. Okay, so now is the time for us. If you think you're not, in any sense of the clairaudience or claircognizance, if you think you're not, we can still tap back into that, because we are. That is our original blueprint. We can still work on it to get back, to be intuitive, because like I said, we all are. It's just whether we're using it or whether we're just taking it as coincidence. So you are already intuitive. Remember that. So think about the times you have felt, heard, or just known about events or insights about others or places. So those gut feelings are, we usually say gut feelings, that hunch. So those gut feelings are your primary mechanism for this natural base instinct. So it might seem daunting at first, but opening your intuition can be performed in a variety of ways. Being open and trusting is the start. Meditation, visualization, and connecting to your angels or guides to assist in these processes can significantly increase your sensory perception and accuracy of vision. I don't know if you heard our beautiful kitty cat, being very vocal lately. So, okay. So over time, you may have always felt there is a force guiding you in life. You may have had a near-death experience or had to face your own mortality abruptly. Okay, for those who have experienced that. So these moments can trigger a forceful opening that can be challenging to comprehend and understand if you have had no prior awareness of them. So you may be experiencing unexplained headaches, migraines, or sinus complaints because, it is connected to this chakra. This area around your third eye, your crown chakra, is currently stagnant or blocked and needs to be balanced. If you have always constantly having problem around this area, that could be the reason. So you may be, right now you must learn to decipher this internal guidance. You are receiving many messages but are misinterpreting their meaning. So focus on clearing your mind and resetting your psychic antenna. Okay? So remain open to receiving signs and messages as you continue to build your skills using clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. So keep an intuitive journal and record those vibes or premonitions you feel that you receive. Write it down and observe these moments without judgment. Okay, this is where we get it, without judgment. Always use grace and, go with the flow. Always come from this chakra, of course, the heart. So reflection will bring you confidence and help you understand and configure your interpretations of symbols, signs, and verbal messages. So the shadow aspect for this card, open intuition, is misinterpretation, disorder, manipulative. And the sacred card, the sacred crystal is lapis lazuli. Where's my lapis? Is it here? Oh, yeah, it is here. A few years back, it was quite, difficult to find this crystal, but now you can get them in most of the stores. See the light. It's a beautiful gold flecks. This lapis I got from the Canary Islands 4 years ago. That is because we went to Tenerife and then La Gomera. So yeah, I got this from La Gomera's Sunday market. It's a pendant actually. So I took it off and made a bracelet. I just improvised and did, but somehow that came off and I'm just keeping it. My hubby has one, but I'm not sure where it is. Okay, that is the sacred crystal for this open intuition card. The card number 29 is lapis lazuli, and the angel assistance is Archangel Ratziel. Okay, like rat with a T, Ratziel. And it's for mystical knowledge, strengthening sensory abilities. And the affirmation for this card is, I am an open channel for my soul to seek its guidance. Beautiful message for open intuition. So that is card number 9 from that 12 cards, pick a card. And card number 10 is spiritual evolution, which is number 35 on the card. Set your heart free. So spiritual evolution, forgiveness, and compassion is needed now. Set your heart free. So expansion goes together with spiritual evolution. Without the process of expansion, one cannot evolve spiritually. Expanding the heart and mind allows you to live a more wholesome and loving life with compassion, tolerance, and acceptance. There's no denying that learning through life experiences, good and bad experiences alike, encourages soul growth on a positive level. And like a caterpillar to butterfly, individuals must go through their own transformation if they wish to excel, achieve or move forward in life. Seeking something better in the future requires a little faith in yourself. You can't always have everything straight away. Long-lasting success takes time to build. Okay, metamorphosis. Okay, like caterpillar to butterfly. When we go through metamorphosis, it's a painful, anything that is growth, regarding growth, it is painful. It can be challenging, it can be confusing, it can be, intense. So, like they say, when the caterpillar is in the cocoon, it's totally in dark and, covered. It doesn't know what's going to happen, where it is, and, we really don't know because we cannot ask the caterpillar. But it is metaphorically put, in that sense that we are actually in a cocoon, still in dark and waiting to rebirth into that butterfly. So we are going through that now, in that birth canal, in the process of metamorphosis to the quantum leap. the shift of consciousness. So a lot of people are going through, whether it's physically, mentally. So you see a lot of detoxification in your physical sense, that you're not feeling well, or all this disconnection that causes dis-ease. You will go through that because we are on that timeline now. So evolving the spirit requires an individual to empty their spiritual backpack, taking out and removing experiences that are holding you back in life, healing past issues, addressing karmic imbalances, and creating a balanced mind and body, all parts of this process. Evolving the spirit takes time. It is a gradual process in which you need to do the work on yourself to achieve long-lasting effect. Like I said, it's a work. It's some work need to be done. No pain, no gain. It's hard work in everything. Even spiritual growth. So we need to see. We need to know. Everything is not everything that we feel not right. It needs that professional medical attention or assistance, unless you've already been on that. Because now, even more so during these few weeks coming up, you may feel totally, like just sitting on a roller coaster, or, totally having like seasickness or air sickness. It can be very convoluting, everything in us. So right now, forgiveness is required if you wish to move forward in life. Sometimes you must accept an apology you may never receive. This is very important. Even I have to tell myself all the time. All the times that I've been hurt, so we have to forgive that part. All the forgiveness that we did not receive in our life, because forgiveness is one of those very healing template that we have to tap into. That forgiveness, we have a lot of healing, right? That we can seek. Our traumatic experience, our love, being hurt. But forgiveness is very, very crucial for all the emotions that we have gone through. Is forgiveness, because every hurt still boils down to forgiveness. Sometimes, when we cannot forgive, it is going to drag us down. Very, very heavy, very, very dense energy. So you must accept an apology you may never receive. So forgiveness will set your heart free from an invisible control that has been existent over the situation. Forgiveness does not mean you will forget what has occurred, but it means that you can live without it controlling your life any longer, for us to be able to move forward. So remove any past emotional and physical ties that are no longer serving you in the here and now, with love and gratitude, for that has brought you in this point in life where you are ready to change and let go of the past. So open your heart to your soul's calling. Your soul is calling you to be free. Okay, I think there was a card reading yesterday to set ourselves free. We have to. We feel lighter, we know we will be on the momentum to transition smoothly during this time of the great shift that's coming, or we are already in that timeline. So your soul is calling you to be free. Okay, our souls are calling us to be free. So the shadow aspect for this spiritual evolution card is stagnation, condemnation, and repetition. And the sacred crystal is Tibetan quartz. Where's my Tibetan quartz? Let's see. This is where my beautiful, it's all this clear quartz, like they say, the vibration, the frequencies of unicorns, they love selenite, white crystals, white quartz. So I keep all my quartz around this beautiful I haven't named that unicorn, but yes, it's my unicorn. So this is my Tibetan quartz. This is ice crystal, they call that. The Nirvana is from the Himalayas. You know, it is formed, sorry for my not so focusing phone, because this is these crystals are found when, you know, the Himalayan glaciers, or, you know, the ice start melting about, I don't know, 2006. So they found a lot of these formed crystals. So this is Tibetan quartz, but this is not also, it's not very easy that you can just find in any crystal stores or online. Like I said, you can always visualize. So this kitty cat is very vocal. Maybe he wants to go out. I don't know what he wants. I was telling my husband today, you know, by 21st December, winter solstice, this kitty cat probably will start talking. Because he wasn't so vocal like this before. This year, he's, you know, he's upgraded himself tremendously. It's Maharaja Zikfus. Yes, I am. Maharaja Zikfus. Oops. Want to say hi? Want to say hi? The video bomb kitty. Want to say hi? Bless everybody with this kitty cat. Yeah. Oh, you baby. Sorry for that short snippet with this kitty cat. That's Ziggy Push. He's 15 years young. Okay, he's very agile. Of course, his daddy treats him like a sage, Yoda, you know, wise one. But I treat him like a baby. He's always my baby. So sorry. So the sacred crystal here is Tibetan quartz. Like I said, you can always look for the pictures of this and, you know, tap into the energy, read about the metaphysical healing and properties, and start visualizing if you have chosen this card, you know, for this Tibetan quartz. If you don't have one, just visualize and tap into it. So the angel assistance is guardian angel Samuel, and it's this angel is for health, energy, vitality, healing from trauma. And the affirmation for this beautiful spiritual evolution is, as my love and experience grows, the consciousness of my spirit evolves. Okay, so this is card number 10. And card 11, we have Kundalini Rising. Card 22, ignite your passion for life. Okay, this way you don't really get the glare. So Kundalini Rising, it's your choice. Ignite your passion for life. So Kundalini energy is non-denominational. It resides within every person regardless of their culture, religion, or location. It's within us, okay? It is our chakra template that we are all born. It's energy centers, energy points. So often visualized as a great snake, this serpent of Kundalini energy has been coiled around the base of the spine since birth. Okay, this is the life force energy. So awakening Kundalini causes the energy to ignite and rise through the chakras. It lights up each chakra, so giving each one an energetic boost along its way, continuing towards the high crown chakra and beyond. So rising Kundalini can trigger positive and negative experiences. But because I've never really gone into trying to activate my Kundalini, you know, I really don't have the calling yet, because I don't know the outcome. Like I said, it could be a life-changing experience. You know, we need to be ready to, you know, like astral travel and stuff like that. These are very powerful experience that, you know, can trigger us positively or negatively. So we must be very mindful when we want to tap into these energies. So a spontaneous awakening can be triggered by extreme events in your personal life, such as an abuse or trauma, accidents, major life events, extreme stress, and drug use. So being unprepared can leave you feeling lost in life, overwhelmed, depressed, or fearful as the body and brain struggle to comprehend its intensity. So choosing to restrict its movement. In a more controlled environment, as in a yoga practice, intense energy work, and meditation, can also release this potent energy. If you have a limited ego structure and are ready to surrender to your Kundalini, you will pass through this experience with minimal complications. Like I said, maybe mine is um, activated, not maybe fully or partially, but I really don't know. Like I said, sometimes it can be gradual, it's already been activated, but you don't know. But when it's done abruptly or just, out of a sudden with all the other traumatic experiences, that could be scary because it's a sudden, awakening thing. And ultimately, how you receive this awakening depends upon your outlook on life. Continual spiritual work is recommended now to remove any self restrictions you may have in your life. Right now, you are heading into unfamiliar territory. Empathy for others increases while the interest in your own life begins to step into the shadows. As you begin to realign your life, you may be even asking, who am I? Those who are going through this journey at the moment. Okay? Releasing patterns and conditions the self has placed on the psyche. Now is the time to realign your being to your unique blueprint. Okay, this is the time if you have chosen this card. So currently you are dissolving personal patterns that are no longer needed. If it's not serving you at the highest level, it will be soon removed. So the release of Kundalini energy can herald great change. Assess the success of your coping strategies during stressful and emotional periods. Forever changed by your experiences, reignite your fire and passion for life by connecting to your inner spark. Inwardly, our inner spark. So the shadow aspect for Kundalini rising is ambition, rebellious, and risk-taking. And the sacred crystal is tiger's eye. I think most of us, whether you're familiar with crystals or not, you have come across tiger's eyes because it's usually used for a lot of jewelry making and stuff like that. So I'm sure you have seen or come across tiger's eye. So this is the sacred crystal for this card. And the angel assistance is guardian angel Melahel for removing toxics, experiences, and self-expression. So the affirmation is, I am my own healer. I hear these messages loud and clear. Do I have a tiger's eye? It's not a very shiny one. I've got a small chip here. It doesn't have much sheen. This tiger's eye. So yes, so that is the Kundalini rising, part 22. So the final card number 12, is Ascended Masters. So you've chosen this card. This is card number 12 in the Pico card, and the card number is 2. Create open communication. It's quite a bright card, so I hope it doesn't catch so much glare. So Ascended Masters, create open communication with others. Listen objectively. Throughout time, human beings have looked to spiritual teachers, gurus, philosophers for guidance and wisdom in their everyday lives. Regardless of religious background or affiliation, people gravitate towards those who have achieved levels of ascension on this physical plane. So philosophers, ascended masters, spiritual gurus, and leaders enable those seeking wisdom or higher states of well-being and consciousness to connect to something bigger than themselves in this dimensional experience. So while there are many ascended masters across the realm of ascension, they are still on differing levels of ascension. So these inner planes assist those seeking wisdom, connecting to specific energies such as the light rays. So because this book also has light rays, the 7 rays with different ascended masters. So when working with these frequencies or energies, be sure to always invoke or request that aspects that exist within 100% pure light frequencies, because I've said in my previous videos, for those who are seeking outward guidance, from the other realms, not physical guidance, the unseen realms, our angels, like I said, ascended masters or the elementals, the elements, we have to put this, aspect that it comes from 100% pure light frequencies, because other frequencies, even the lower ones, can twist and make it look like it comes with light and love. And yes, it's a deception. It is allowed in this polarity nature of our earth realm, the duality nature, it is allowed. Even though, so it is, be very mindful, we must be very careful when we tap into these energies. Always say that, it is for my higher good. And yes, it has to be with, connected to source with 100% pure light frequencies, crystalline energies. So ascended masters still exist with a dual polarity and still have specific purposes and functions relating to the earthly realm. So right now you are required to connect to higher wisdom previously shared with a collective purpose. Daily rituals and routine are essential to establish stability through decision-making processes. Open your mind and visions to signs and symbols from the ascended master realm. Many masters are associated with animals and symbols. So pay attention to art, imagery that you may feel emotionally or strongly connected to now as you are being guided divinely, because the messages, the signs are everywhere. Okay, we just need to be more sensitive and connect to that bandwidth. So be consciously aware that the masters are working behind the scenes in your life to achieve a greater outcome. Karmic planning and your unique genetic blueprint require certain learning experiences and events for you to grow and expand your soul and spirit into a new state of awareness. So the shadow aspect for this ascended masters card is refusing to be open to new experiences or outcome, having your own blockages, not be able to receive it or even ask for it. So this is the shadow aspect. And the sacred crystal is hiddenite. Okay, hiddenite is now I can't remember which mineral family it is, but it is related to kunzite. So if you know kunzite, yes, this is sometimes called the green kunzite. It looks like emerald, it's beautiful green. So hiddenite could be quite costly, and you can easily get it from a store sometimes. But still, you can look at them, visualize and tap into the energy. Read about them. It's good to know what this crystal is for, how it can help you, spiritually, metaphysically, and physically, of course, because they all carry their own energetic blueprint and healing, So, hiddenite is HIDDENITE. It's because the person, who discovered it, his name is something hidden. Was it William? I can't remember now. So yeah, that was his last name, hidden. So they named it hiddenite. It was the late 1800s when they found it. So that is a sacred crystal, and the angel assistance for this card is Archangel Metatron. Like a lot of people who are into angels, Metatron is one of those hierarchical, angel that they call upon, for assistance and stuff. So Angel Metatron is, Archangel Metatron, I'm sorry. Archangel Metatron is for channeling and higher wisdom. So the affirmation for Ascended Masters card is, I am clear, channel of divine knowledge. I share this wisdom with compassion and confidence. So that is our last card for that 12 cards. Pick a card this whole of December. So I hope you enjoyed that little divination. I really can't see how much time because of my short-sightedness. I didn't want this video to go too long like the previous one. So thank you for joining me, and I always wish the highest frequency, vibration, and healing for all of you who have come across my videos. Sometimes I can be very, because I have the drive. As much as I'm so fluff and, with my unicorns and fairies, but I have that energy of a warrior, which I can see mistreatment and, injustice for humanity and the whole of living beings in this beautiful realm. So I can get a bit like, yes, let's go for war. So it is all for, yes, it is all from here, actually. Even you can be coming from the heart chakra, but sometimes it's for the, it all depends on your drive. There shouldn't be hatred and all this negative thing. Even love can be sometimes forceful. Someone need to hold that justice for everyone, to be the voice for the voiceless. So yeah, sometimes that part of me really, because I am very, very passionate for Mother Earth and every living organism in it. Okay, you and I, and everything that is breathing and living. So I hope, you always be filled with love and healing and courage, because stay brave. We are heading there. Lots of love in Lakesh, and namaste. Love you all.